I'm making Halloween bracelets for a craft sale, and they're so fun and super cool and a lot of fun to make. So I thought I would just do a really quick tutorial and show you how this is done. This is a 5-minute craft, and I think that 5-minute crafts does have a YouTube channel. So I will link to the original tutorial in my description box that you see below. What you're going to do is get some craft sticks. I got 60 craft sticks at my dollar store for $1. And you boil the craft sticks. When you boil the craft sticks, it makes them very pliable. The 5-minute craft video said to boil them for about 20 minutes. That does not work. I boil my craft sticks for about 35 to 40 minutes. And after they're done, you take them out, of course, with tongs, and they're going to be super pliable. And you just form them into a cuff kind of bracelet, you know, a cuff bracelet, in the top of a small mason jar. This is, I think this is probably about a half-pint ball jar. And when you do that, you mold them around the top, and then you push them down into the jar. So I have 2 in this jar. I did have 4 in this one, but I've taken these out. After you push them down into the jar, the 5-minute craft video said let them sit for 3 hours. That does not work either. I had to let my craft sticks sit for an entire day, and I put them outside in the sun. It's about 90 degrees here during the day. I just sat them outside in the sun and let them dry that way. That seemed to be a whole lot more effective than letting them dry for 3 hours. 3 hours did not work. And the next thing you're going to need is some craft paper, and I chose I got some super cool craft paper last year. I got a whole paper stack for next to nothing at my local craft store after Halloween. So I had these, you know, a couple patterns like this, and then I also had this pattern, which I just thought was pretty, and we would put together something that wasn't Halloween oriented. All right. The craft sticks are really easy to paint. So I painted my craft stick, and for this one I used Feather Gray, my studio acrylic craft paint. And I traced my craft stick pattern onto some craft paper. You really do have to be careful doing this, y'all, because you really need to make this template as close to that craft stick as possible. What I like to do after I've gotten to this point is just be sure that my paper is going to fit on the stick. Okay, and I've got a little overhang there, so I'll push this here. But this one, see, this looks pretty even. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm ready to glue. I'm just using PVA glue, Eileen's Techie glue, and a little bit of water. So I'm ready to glue my paper onto my bracelet. I kind of wet the bracelet a little bit, and then I brush on some glue to the paper template. And then just glue it down. And there you go. It is really a funky, cool little bracelet. They look pretty good, don't they? Really neat. Alright, for this one, I painted my craft stick gold, my craft cup gold. And let me get a cleaner brush to work with. Again, this is just PVA glue, Eileen's Techie glue. I think I got that a little bit too wet. I'll flip this over and put some glue on the back. It's very pretty. I like the gold in it. Okay, we've got a little bit of overlap on that side. They're a lot of fun to make. don't leave the pot of boiling water on the stove unattended, of course. And usually I do about 10 craft sticks at a time, because I do 10 and I usually get 6 to 7 bracelets, because you always have to factor in the fact that the craft stick, when you start forming it in the top of your jar, is going to break. So I do have, you just have to kind of factor in that breakage. Now this one is not a Halloween bracelet. This one is just some paper that I thought was pretty. And honestly, it was already kind of cut in a strip, so I thought, well, I'll just do that too. I can see these for, just making them for anything. And they're just a lot of fun, and they're one of those eco crafts. The craft stick is wood, that's biodegradable. So it's an eco-friendly kind of craft to do. There we go. All right. I did a torn paper bracelet that turned out really well. I'll do a separate tutorial for this, and that worked out really nicely. You can kind of see the way that worked out, but I will do a separate tutorial for this. Okay, fun this weekend. Get a jump on Halloween. It's already in the stores, have you noticed? So do some really cool craft stick Halloween bracelets. Y'all have a great weekend. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.